smoldering. It's gone.
I've lost everything. Every ounce of strength I built. Every promise I made to protect the people I love. It's all slipping away. This emptiness. This helplessness. It's eating me alive. How did I become so weak again?
I'm so disappointed, Ichigo. So very disappointed. Sadly, your sword exhibits only fear. When you counter, it's because you fear being killed. When you attack, you fear killing. And when you try to protect someone, you fear you could let them die. At this point, the only thing that your sword speaks of is senseless fright. And that's not good. What you do not need in battle is fear. Nothing will come of it.
Those words cut deeper than any blade. Pathetic. That's what I've become. I thought I was protecting people, but I was really protecting myself. Protecting myself from the responsibility of true strength, from what it really means to be a guardian. Fear has been my master for too long. Fear of hurting others. Fear of not being enough. Fear of losing control. But I'm starting to understand. When you're afraid to use your full power, you guarantee that you'll fail the people counting on you.
What am I doing? Why am I running away? Is this all the backbone I have? Am I just a coward after all? A complete phony? I'm so disgusted with myself. How pathetic. It's pathetic! Pathetic! I wanted to regain my power, but I couldn't figure out a way to do that on my own. I just had to tolerate my condition. Powerless. For 17 months. I thought I'd finally found a way. I thought I could finally protect everyone with my own hands, but now it's all gone.
17 months of lying to myself. 17 months of pretending that being ordinary was acceptable when extraordinary was what my family needed. I've been a fraud. Playing hero while lacking the spine to pay the price heroes pay. But this disgust I feel, this rage at my own weakness, maybe this is where real strength begins. In the ashes of who I used to be. In the brutal honesty of admitting I'm not enough. Yet, the injury to my body is nothing compared to the wound in my soul. But wounds heal, and sometimes they heal stronger than before.
Do you want to save your family?
Of course I do. If there's a way, then tell me how.
It will only be temporary, but you must become a Soul Reaper yourself.
What?
You must take my Zanpakuto and run it through to the center of your being, so that I may pour my powers into you. Can't guarantee that you will live, but if it doesn't work, it won't matter.
No guarantees, no safety net. Just a choice between certain failure and possible death. But when I think about my sisters, my father, my friends, there is no choice at all. This is what separating the protectors from the protected looks like. This moment when you stop calculating risks and start calculating what you're willing to sacrifice. Everything. The answer is always everything. If I die becoming strong enough to protect them, that's better than living too weak to save them.
I must admit, it never ceases to amaze me how brainless you can be. You've lost your weapon. Why are you just standing there? Ichigo! What's the difference between a king and his horse? What the hell are you saying? And I'm not talking about obvious stuff, like one's an animal and one's a person, or one has 2 legs and one has 4. Form, ability, and power. That's what's puzzling. If their form, ability, and power are exactly the same, why is it that one becomes the king and leads them into battle, while the other becomes the horse and carries the king? So what's the characteristic that distinguishes these 2 beings? There's only one answer. Instinct!
Instinct. That's what I've been missing. I've been thinking my way through battles, calculating my way through crises, reasoning my way through moments that demand pure, raw action. A protector doesn't hesitate, doesn't debate, doesn't wonder if they're making the right choice. They act with absolute conviction because hesitation gets people killed. The people you love don't need your doubts, they need your strength. I've been the horse, carrying other people's decisions, following other people's lead, but that ends now.
In order for identical beings to get stronger and gain power, they need to develop a killer instinct. And that instinct is mostly forged in battle. They must develop an insatiable hunger to engage in battle. They must live to mercilessly crush, shred, and slice their enemies. This thirst for power is not an unnatural desire. In fact, it forms the very essence of our being. Deep within our body lies the honed instinct to dominate and slaughter our enemies.
I understand now. My enemies aren't just the monsters threatening my world. My enemies are my own limitations, my own fears, my own excuses. These are what I must crush without mercy. This hunger for battle, I've been ashamed of it, tried to suppress it, but it's not evil, it's evolution. It's my soul demanding that I become what those I love need me to be, unstoppable. Every warrior throughout history has felt this fire. The difference is, they fed it instead of fighting it.
My friend, you don't have that! You use your brain to try and win a fight! You attempt to defeat your enemies with reason and logic. You don't tap into those pure-based instincts that exist within your core, waiting to be released! And the simple matter is it doesn't work. You're weak! I won't put up with that. Am I clear? I don't know about Zangetsu, but I refuse to play horse to a king who's weaker than me. Someone whose uncertainty and hesitation will end up getting us both cut to pieces!
Weak. That word used to cut me. Now it fuels me, 'cause I know what weak looks like. It looks like me, standing helpless while others fight my battles. It looks like having power but being too afraid to use it. It looks like good intentions without the strength to back them up. But I also know what strength looks like. It looks like action without hesitation, decision without doubt, power without apology. I've seen glimpses of it in myself, but I've been too scared to embrace it fully. No more. If uncertainty and hesitation are going to get us killed, then I choose certainty. I choose decisive action. I choose to become someone worthy of the power I'm being given.
If you aren't willing to assert your strength and retain the crown, then I'll destroy you, which means I'll be king.
Face forward. Stop running from who I need to become. The voice I've been running from isn't my enemy. It's my potential. It's every person I could save if I stopped being afraid of my own power. My fear has been so loud that I couldn't hear my own strength calling to me. But now I hear it. Now I feel it. The part of me that doesn't negotiate with obstacles. The part that doesn't accept defeat as an option. This is my choice. Be destroyed by my own weakness, or destroy the weakness within me.
When you counter, you don't let them cut you. If you protect someone, you don't let them die. When you attack, you kill.
Do you want to fight? Do you want to win? Or do you just want to live? Which one?
Give it back. My power. Give it back to me, Kicho. I said give it back.
And if I choose not to, what are you going to do about it?
I don't know yet. But I promise, I have no intention of giving up till it's returned.
I don't want to just survive anymore. I don't want to just get by. I want to win. I want to be so strong that when danger comes for the people I love, it meets an immovable force. Me. My power isn't gone. It's waiting for me to be worthy of it again. And I will be, not because I know how, but because I know why. Because giving up isn't an option. When others depend on you, I'll find a way. I always find a way. Because that's what protectors do.
my name is Ichigo Kurosaki.
And that name means something. It means protector. It means the person who stands between evil and everyone I love. It means never backing down, never giving up, never accepting that someone else has to fight my battles. I am not a victim of circumstances. I am not limited by current weakness. I am the author of my own strength.
There's only one enemy and there's one of you. So what is there to be afraid of? Abandon your fear. Turn and face him. Don't give an inch. Now, Ichigo. Advance. Never stop. If you retreat, you will age. Be afraid and you'll die.
Fear dies the moment you decide it's no longer welcome. I advance because retreat means watching others suffer. I advance because every step forward is a step closer to becoming the guardian they need. If I retreat, I don't just age. I betray every person who believes in me, every person counting on me, every person who needs me to be more than I am. So I advance into uncertainty, into pain, into the fire that forges unbreakable strength.
You've experienced the vast difference in our powers, and yet you actually still think you can defeat me.
You think I'd give up just because you're more powerful than me? From our first battle together, I knew that you were stronger. At this point, no matter how many times I see how powerful you are, it won't make a difference to me. I'm determined to see this through to the end. I refuse to give up. You should have realized that by now. I will find a way to beat you.
This is who I am. This is who I've always been, underneath the fear and doubt. The person who doesn't measure obstacles, who just finds ways through them. The person who gets stronger every time someone tells them they can't win. Power isn't about being the biggest, or the fastest, or the most talented. Power is about being the one who absolutely refuses to quit when quitting would mean others get hurt. Power is about finding strength you didn't know you had, because the alternative is unacceptable. I've been knocked down before. I'll be knocked down again, but I'll keep getting up, because that's what protectors do. We don't stay down. We can't stay down.
Just fighting for its own sake is meaningless. A mere survival is not enough of a purpose. I want to win this. Winning is the only thing!
This is my truth. Survival without purpose is just delayed death. Fighting without conviction is just delayed defeat. But fighting to protect others, fighting to become strong enough that evil trembles when it hears your name, that's not just fighting. That's becoming everything you were meant to be. Winning isn't about defeating others. It's about defeating every limitation inside yourself. It's about becoming so unbreakably strong that you can stand between danger and everyone you care about and say, no, not today, not ever. I will become so strong that I can protect anyone, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Not because I'm naturally gifted, but because I refuse to accept any alternative. The weak version of me dies today. The protector is born now. And this protector never loses what matters most. My transformation is complete. My purpose is clear. My strength is unlimited, because winning is the only thing